Hello, everybody. Welcome to Jonathan Cowboy's YouTube Live tonight. We're going to get down and good tonight. We're going to talk a little bit about Trump and a little bit about Joe not smart and a little bit of Hillary Clinton. A little bit of cowboy preaching tonight. So we're going to get down and good tonight. So get you something cold to drink, and there'll be some hardcore preaching tonight from the cowboy. So those of you might like hardcore cowboy preaching about Donald Trump and Joe Biden, Joe's not smart, and Hillary Clinton. So we're going to get down and good tonight. Get down and good tonight. But hopefully everybody's afternoon and the rest of their day and the work week went well. Today is Friday night. I just felt kind of bored, so I'm coming on here tonight to talk about a little bit of something that everybody should know about. And hopefully the new year will be great. We're going to be coming into 2026. So, yeah. No longer going to be in 2025. We'll be in 2026. And that will be the new year for Cowboy Joe or Jonathan Cowboy. So, it's going to be a good year for Cowboys and everything like that. Thing is I'm hoping I get everything for Christmas. What I'm wanting is spurs to go on my cowboy boots. I'm wanting those things that go over my jeans and all that good stuff. So it's bad enough I already wear my flannel shirts. I didn't wear them today. I just had to help a neighbor out today and got his yard good and cleaned up. So it's, and hopefully he appreciates it. I did a free service today. So it's been a great day with everything going on. And I appreciate it. And I just love doing what I do. I love being a cowboy. I love doing everything that I'm doing now. It's perfect with every little thing that's here. And tonight I was gaming, got a free car on the game. After this YouTube Live, I'm going to get back on the game and do a little bit more of what I'm doing now. Hopefully Bree will watch tonight. She wasn't on last night. Jeff was probably the only person that was on. No, we had quite a few people. We had Jeff, we had Chris, we had everybody on here. So it was all good, and every little thing is all right and okay. But there's a little bit of something that you got to know. And within those cases and scenarios, there could be just a multiple little thing that, everybody has to know about. And you might say, well, what's that one thing that we need to worry about and know about? Well, if you're saying, let's say we're riding a horse on down the road, but we're on the grass riding our horses and the car's coming behind us, we don't want to be getting hit by a car. Okay. We don't want to risk those horses' lives by getting hit by a car. So that's why it's always good to either ride on a sidewalk. But what I'm hearing is that they're taking the sidewalks away from motorized vehicles or motorized bikes and stuff like that. And that's okay. I don't have a problem with it, But with the bike that I got is a 3-wheel bike, and I have to be on a sidewalk. I don't know how I would ride on the road to follow everything. So that's just the main thing that I wanted to get by tonight is with a horse. You have no way but to ride on the side of the road because you don't want to risk that horse's life. Another thing is that anything could, be what it could be and everything like that. Hey, Chris. And with everything like that going on, you want to make sure everything's right and everything's right for you. There could be ordering hay and stuff, and that's they can bring a truckload, they can bring miles and miles of it. You got your cows that have to eat too, and your pigs and stuff. You just got there's a lot of careers out there that you got to do. And I'm going to tell you what this career that I like doing is mucking out stalls. But you know, doing what that is you got to have a nice, decent long shovel, and then you got to have something to put it in, like a poop wheelbarrow or something, and bury the horses, stuff, or, or if after it dries out, you can burn it, but whatever. Probably wouldn't smell decent if you burn it, but that's just one other thing that you would have to, pretty much come in around and think about and stuff like that. My lasso, I'm going to bust that out in a minute and show you all what it looks like. I'm going to show you the gloves that you would want to wear. They could be either leather gloves, but I'm going to show you everything that I would prefer you guys to wear within this career. Or if you're starting out with a lawn care business, I wish you the best luck with it. But, with me being not in lawn care anymore, it's, I just did a little bit of it across the street today, but, that was just called blowing leaves into the ditch. I didn't do the weed eating, the mowing and all that. I just got a blower and just started blowing all the, leaves in a ditch like they wanted. Free service there. Wasn't a whole lot to do because it's a lot faster, but I told him with all the amount of dust that there was, next time I come in, I'm going to have to rake it the next time you want it done. He said, okay, that's fine. But today I told him, but for today that you're just going to have a free service with, and he goes, well, that's nice of you. I appreciate it because money is tight and we got to have enough money for Christmas presents and gifts for our kids and stuff like that. So, it was just a free service. Everything's well with me on that side of the page. Now, when we turn the page over, you're going to say, how did the career go with helping out those horses? Well, these horses, they're coming a long way. They're not kicking anybody, but the main thing you want to look out for is for them not to be kicking you or running away, running out of the stalls, trying to find a way to open the stall door to get running out by themselves. You just got to make sure they're secured, especially within the storms and hurricanes and stuff like that, and all that other stuff. And, there's just a lot of other things that you would have to maintain with horses and just go with it. There's just, one thing after another thing. But I'm going to go and get this lasso and the pair of gloves that I would wear, and we'll just discuss what they would do. For one, the gloves would not leave blisters, okay? That you wouldn't get blisters within the gloves, but I'm going to show you what they're looking like, and I'm going to show you the lasso. So just bear with me. I should have already had it, ready for this video, but I wasn't thinking. I don't always think when it comes to being in this career. So this is right here is the lasso. It's just in a small bag. It's what I try to keep myself maintained in. Like I said last night, you're going to want to make sure that you're making enough in this career to afford a veterinarian or whatever, and stuff like that. Of course, I got everything boxed up too, so I have to go into this box real quick and find the pair of gloves. I know that this has to be the box that I put them in. There's no other box in here that don't have gloves in it. Well, let's see. It's going to take a little bit of time here. If anything, I can just move right along to talking about the lasso itself, and we can save the gloves for another time. I might have figured out what box they're in, but we're not going to give up just yet. So, anyway. Wonder if they're in this tool bag. Here I am looking in boxes, and they're in this tool bag. That's how bright I am not in. Sam I am here is not bright. Forgot what bag they were in. Didn't stick them in a box. How hilarious is that? Let's all laugh. Anyway. I put everything back before I sit down, and then I forget about everything later. And then, all right. Yeehaw, boys. All right. Now that I got that figured out, these are what you're going to want to wear whenever you're doing the lasso so you don't get blisters. You might want to buy another pair just for lassoing and stuff like that. And you might want to buy another pair for backup if you're dealing with hay, like bales of hay and stuff like that. But mainly, these will be pretty good for the lasso. Anyway, we'll come back to these. The lasso itself is right here. We're not going to sling it around because I don't want to catch my ceiling fan and yank it down. Although, I mean, that would make the video, wouldn't it? Get a bunch of likes and subscribes, definitely, when I yank a ceiling fan down. We'll name it Jonathan Cowboy yanks a ceiling fan down. There we go. No, it wouldn't be bright. And then I had to put a new one up by myself. Watch a YouTube video on how to do it. Yeah. Wouldn't be very pleasant. So we're not going to do it in here, but the next YouTube live, it will be outside whenever I show everybody how to do this. Mainly, it's doing what I got to do now. Doing what I do now, so. So, pull the glove, this is your handle right here. Some people might say it's a jump rope, but it's not a jump rope. It's a lasso. So you want to do this, and then you want to match these up, and then whenever you sling it open, or whenever you're doing, because everything's going to be in your wrist. Okay, I'm going to tell you that right now. Everything that you do is going to be in your wrist. So when you're slinging it around, it's going to be up in your wrist, and you're moving your wrist and everything. You'll see that all in this YouTube video, or we're actually, like I said, we're not going to do it in the house. But if I do it in the house, it's fine. I'm not going to be like throwing it up there and then trying to catch that and yanking it down. So we're just going to go like this just slightly. I'll show you just really quick. So it'll be pretty much where you want it. It's like this. And then you want to just swing it around and about. So everything, as you can see, my wrist is moving. It's all up in my wrist as I'm catching myself. But it's all up in your wrist as when you're when you're doing this. It's all, as you can see, it's all up in your wrist. And then when you have a target, you just want to swing it out there. It's that easy. So, and so what you could do also is have it hold like this. You can hold it like that and have this the end of it out, and you can just swing it like that as well. And then you can hear that, if you listen real slowly, you can hear that whistle to it. So you can either do it like that whenever you have it, or you can just use it when as needed, like just like this. You bring it, and you can just go like that. It's all up in your wrist when you're doing it. I wish I had my very old rodeo school, because if I had my own rodeo school, I could be teaching how to, and the one thing that I really want to do, and that I'm really learning on how to do, because I'm watching these YouTube videos on how to do it, is bronc ride. That's always been my dream, and since now. So it's just the one dream that I've had, and I'm going to stick with it. It's better than riding a bull. So that's just how I look at it, and it's something that I'm wanting to do, is be a bronc rider, and hopefully do it for all my careers and all the careers that I believe that I can be a cowboy. And as of right now, having this is going to work out pretty pleasant and stuff like that. Now, I just realized I didn't do the lasso with gloves like I told you. But like I said, if you're doing it for like a long time of an amount, that's where you need the gloves. That's where the gloves come in, so you don't get blisters. But see, I didn't do it for very long, so I didn't have to wear them. But if you're doing it for like a very amount of times, or a numerous amount of times, or a long day service, or whatever you may be doing, you want to wear gloves with you when you're doing a lasso. So what that would look like, I'm going to show you right now. What that would look like with the gloves on is you want to. I always close them up so that this doesn't get messed up, the Velcro. So what I do is I just yank this apart. Not so hard, but make sure they're on there good. Make sure my hands are comfortable and fitted in there. And then I do the same thing with the other one. You don't have to wear two, but I just prefer wearing two because that's a lot easier for me. If you're like my wife, she only wears one pair of gloves when she does the rodeo school or whatever she may be doing. But I prefer wearing two. Okay, make sure my hands are comfortable in there, and then I close them up. And then what that would look like when you're doing the lasso is you're grabbing your handle, and you're grabbing the very end, and you're bringing this like this, and then you're doing this. So it's all up in your wrist when you have the gloves on and everything, and tossing. So it's very, very easy. It's not that hard to actually do. It's not that hard, and it's not that. It's not rocket. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure out how to work a lasso. Some of you might think that it takes a rocket scientist, but it doesn't. It's nothing too hard to actually find out and figure out. So when you do it, you always wanted to make sure your hands are comfortable, and making sure that you're actually comfortable on a horse doing the lasso. Just everything like that. So the main thing is with the lasso, you're very educated and stuff like that, and and you want to make sure that you're comfortable with doing this too. You don't want to start a career if you're not comfortable. So you just want to make sure you're comfortable on doing stuff and making sure the job's right for you, um, and stuff like that. The main thing is making sure the job is right for you and making sure that you're taking care of the animals as needed and as much. 24, I think 24 hours, 24, no, 24 hours you need your sleep. So you need to be asleep. But like when the sun shines, get up very early, watch the sunrise, have your cup of coffee, watch the sunrise, go out and deal with your cattle and your horses, get them fed, and go out and ride them. You don't want them, like I said, you don't want them getting their joints locked up by just standing around in a horse stall. You just don't want that to happen. That would be pretty sad. I learned all this stuff from watching Heartland, TV show or movie, whatever you want to call it. TV show is more like it because they're just, uh, but they are a real life people. They are real life people. They have Facebook, they have everything. But I mean, it's not like you can could follow them. You can't talk to them or anything because they're movie stars or whatever. But they do have a Facebook and stuff. You can check them out. Even if you don't have a Facebook, because some people might think it's lame, that's fine too. But I'm pretty sure they have an Instagram. I'm pretty sure but they are real life people. Um, I looked them up a long time ago myself. Found out that they were real. So, and a lot of people may not be real, but you know, um, but yeah, you want to make sure you're wearing all these stuff and safety and being safe. And like I said, wear glasses if needed, because it does get bright on those ranches and stuff like that. Um, I said I was going to be on here before Christmas and stuff, the night of Christmas, or either before. So, but I said at the beginning of this video, I got bored and I wanted to make a YouTube video. So here I am, and here I'm sitting and talking. But I'm going to be getting off the game or getting off of this and going back to Grand Theft Auto 5 and stuff like that. Now that I can have a time to myself and not dealing with these horses until morning. So, the only thing, and you might say, do you have chickens? Well, I said last night that I do not have chickens. I just have horses and stuff like that need to be taken care of. So it's just more of what we got to deal with, more of it. So it's being a Florida cowboy, it does get hot. And if we move to another country, I'll be whether it's Kentucky or something, I'll be up there being a cowboy as well. Nothing's going to change. Landscaping's over with for me. Not going to go back to it. So even though I helped a neighbor out, that's different. So, just spending the night here with my wife and doing what I can to help her out and help out with the family. So it's the best thing. So that this cowboy can do. Not a whole lot to it besides trying to grow a mullet for this cowboy ranch, stuff like that. Some people might say that I look similar to Jason Aldean, and I'm going to tell you, Jason Aldean, if you look up a picture of him with a cowboy hat on, this actually looks identical to his hats that he wears. Identical. So it's just the one thing. So, and when you do it is when you do it. Doing is different from not doing. So, but yeah, if you look up Jason Aldean with a cowboy hat, this looks identical to the hats that he wears. And some people might say that I look identical to him, even if I'm on a bike, a 3-wheel bike. So today, I went up here to Non-Gas, the little corner store, and said hi to the people that actually know me and everything like that. And I got a chain link wallet, and a flannel shirt. Somebody comes out of the store and they're like, "Man, are you a country artist? You look identical to somebody that is famous, and he sings and does the Grand Ole Opry, and he's an excellent singer, chilling out on a dirt road and burning it down and stuff like that." And I'm like, "Oh yeah, Jason Aldean." He's like, "Yeah, that's the guy. You look identical to him. He's got that same exact hat, and it looks identical to his hats." It's like, man, I might be a Florida cowboy, but I never thought about being Jason Aldean. Here I am going, yeehaw, boys. And then I just went on home. It was just a great old day. I never thought about being called Jason Aldean with a hat that looked identical to him. And he said he's got a goatee and stuff like that. And he said, "You look identical to Jason Aldean, man." He said, "Where's your guitar at?" I said, "It's at the house." But I don't know any songs by him unless I got earbuds in and I'm start singing and strumming some chords, make believe chords. You know how that all does. So, and yelling "Yeehaw, buddy" and "Giddy up," and it's just. But it's a good day. A good day. I never thought about being called Jason Aldean. So, and I'm gonna look up a picture of him right now, just to see what this guy meant, because I never even thought about it, man. Jason Aldean's cowboy hats and him wearing a cowboy hat. Let's see.
These pictures should match.
Oh yeah, identical, almost identical to him. Yeah, I'll show you guys so you don't have to. I'll save you from Googling and stuff like that. But yeah, I'll definitely just give you a little heads up here. Let me see. What's a good picture to show here? Right here. I might as well just show this one. Oh, that one's kind of blurry. So let's go to.
Sitting there smiling with an evil grin the whole time, smiling about it. That's not normal. Here, pick me up so I can kick your ass real quick.
Here's a good one.
I believe you. I was hoping you got a little first-hand look at it.
Man, here we go. Right here. Looks identical to me, man. Looks identical. Real identical, man. Here, let's go a little zoom in on him. But yeah, identical, man. Identically. Looking like Jason Aldean. Let's see, does he have a black leather jacket? Because I forgot I wore a black leather jacket that looked just like Jason, like the one that he would wear. So might be a little bit blurry, but let's zoom in on him. There you go. And let me see if I can find my black leather jacket. Even though I'm not all dressed up, but let me see if I can find my black leather jacket right here. Oh yeah, here we go. Right here, man. There you go. That's a photo right there. A little miniature Jason Aldean. I never thought about it, man. I never even thought about it, man. Never thought about it. That's pretty funny. Real funny. That's real funny right there, man. I never even thought about being Jason Aldean, a little miniature. So I bet if I went to a concert looking like him, he'd be like, man, you look like my twin brother. That's hilarious right there. But well, I'm gonna go ahead and pretty much log off of here and stuff like that. But I never thought about being a little miniature Jason Aldean, except I don't have no earrings or whatever. But I never even thought about looking like him. I gotta look at it one more time. That's real funny. I'm sorry, but that's real funny. Lord help us here tonight. I told you it was gonna get down and good tonight, buddy. So let's see. There was one of him wearing a black leather jacket and stuff like that. Here's another one here. That's half. He's half. His hat's half cut off. Here's another good one. The hat right quick. That's a good one. All right, that's a good one right there. That's my twin brother, y'all. I can walk up to somebody right now and be like, "That's my twin brother." People be like, "Nah, oh, I don't see nothing like that in you." Next thing you know, I go ride home right quick and get a bunch of necklaces and put them on. And be like, "Yeah, that's my twin brother right there, man." Be like, "Yeah, man, that's good. That's good stuff right there." But no, that's a good one. Chilling out on the dirt road and burning it down, buddy. One day I'm gonna have to come on here and be like, burning it down, burning it down. Nah. Anyway, let's do a few. You know. Anyway, let's not. Okay, let's not. All right, let's not even go there tonight. Might as well just go sing the Christmas carols. Let's not do that either. Let's see. What would Larry the Cable Boy be singing? Larry the Cable Guy, huh? Larry the Cable Guy. What songs do I know by him? Get a job, you bum 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 bum. Get a job, you bum 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 bum. Money don't grow on trees, you bum 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 bum. It's $1 at the Titty Club. Get a job, you bum 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 bum. No, I'm kidding. We already done sung that. Anyway, Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. Let's go. Yeah, boys. Yeah. Let's not do that. All right. That's why. That's people. That make people think. Oh, that cowboy right there is wild drunk. Nah. Nah. Anyway, surprisingly, nothing happened tonight. Okay, Cow, Jonathan Cowboy didn't let out no gassy farts out tonight, boy. Let's just say that tonight. Okay, we'll save it for some other time, but he didn't let one go tonight. All right, miniature cowboy Jonathan is out here, and little miniature Jason Aldean is out of here tonight. So if anybody thought that was funny tonight, call my cell phone. And hopefully, if anybody else is watching, they appreciate this cowboy talking and going from there and thought everything was a little funny. But at least I didn't let one go tonight. All right. Let me get a slight drink right quick, and then we'll end the video right here. Oh, turns out I ain't got no drink. Hang on 1 second. I gotta go make one. All right, I'll be right there. Hang on. This is gonna get good, folks. All right, this is gonna get real good. All right, you got me a good one. got love. Yeah, they do. Wish you a Merry Christmas on a dollar night at the Cookie Club. Alright. A little slight break here, folks. Oh, great. I feel something coming. Oh! Alright, boys. I'm out. that wasn't good. Alright. Yeah, I'll see you. Oh, man. Let me get a slight drink here. Meet you here in the Cowboy Joe's, whatever you want to call it, office. Anyway, see y'all later. I gotta get off of here before something else happens. Oh God, that was too good. Bye.